Hey all, welcome back to the Mad liberTEA party, where up is down, left is right, and the rules don't matter because we're all mad here. Um, Glad to see you guys this morning. I'm not ready for this morning at all. Jeez, sorry about the darkness. Still having a bit of headache, so I'm not gonna push that shit today. Um, Hope you guys are all well, not having headaches like me. That you guys are getting ready to meet the day and have an enjoyable and productive kind of thing. Although, like, kind of screw what society considers productive at this point. I don't even trust that shit. Speaking of which, we are in an absolute dumpster fire. In case you didn't notice, I figured I'd just point that out. I'm sure there are a couple of people out there that haven't quite noticed yet. It's not just a dumpster fire, though. It's like that GIF. It's like a dumpster fire in a flood. Going down the street towards a fucking cliff is what some people feel like it's like. And I mean, I can't blame them. Can y'all? No, I don't have the Rona. I'm allergic to everything. Um, Anyways, like, fuck, our politicians lie and are filled with freaking pedophiles. I mean, our offices are filled with fucking pedophiles. Our fucking Hollywood and everything like that is, you can't trust anything that really comes out of that. You can't trust the media. The media is constantly lying about basically every group known to man. Their whole purpose out there is to keep us from being able to unite. Everything is fucking stacked against people who don't want to be part of this division crap. And I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people. Most of the people watching the show are one of those people. Uh, It feels crazy. I mean, like, and on top of that, we've got this pandemic where, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that I don't believe in COVID, but the overreach is insane, and these motherfuckers are using every excuse they get to be able to freaking, carve off more and more of what we have left, which is not much. Um, like, and looking around the world also, like our friends in other countries and stuff like that, a lot of them have it even worse than we do. Like, they don't have the tools to defend themselves or anything of that nature. Um, it's what are we gonna do, y'all? Hold on a second. I have a big giant chonk cat trying to invade the show. All right, there we go. Um, he's invading. He's been sent by the media. No, just kidding. But like, we've got all of the riots, we've got everything out there. Everything seems to literally almost be on fire. And it's crazy. It's crazy out there, y'all. It's hard to know who to trust at this point, even because like groups all over the fucking place are turning against each other and stuff. And it just seems like a lot of these groups ought to be in agreement with each other. They shouldn't be fighting. But, like, they've got us all turned every which way but the right way. And I mean, a fucking economy seems to be failing. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their businesses. People are dying, not just from COVID, but from reaction to their responses to COVID. In fact, in some places, more people are dying from that than anything else. And it's just, man, what do you fucking do? It seems so fucking hopeless. Everything is falling apart. And like, our system, people want to use the system to fix it, but then we have to turn around and acknowledge that that system is broken and it's bent towards the people with power already. And the masters will never let us peacefully change things without like a great upheaval, if you ask me. And all of that is a lot to swallow. It's enough to make people hopeless. At times, it's made me feel hopeless, especially before I found, like, a lot of you lovely motherfuckers out there. Um, Hell, to the point where it's made me feel hopeless to the point where I don't even trust things that make me feel hopeful anymore. Like, you gotta freaking take that shit down from the wall and look at it real fucking close. Like, it's ridiculous. But that's not that's not the truth of it. You know, our politicians are a small percentage of this world, of this nation, and our elites, they are a small percentage too. For the most part, everything out there, the people, if you if you separate yourself from the politics and you watch, um, the idea that not only America is literally on fire because of these, like, everybody being unhappy and everything, um, the world is. It's not just us. We're all reaching to the sky for something fucking better. And that in itself has to give a little bit of hope. It has to. I mean, unless you're blind. And every day out there on those streets, you have individuals who do their best to fucking help people. You have groups out there that form to help people, to help us make it through these kinds of things. It's exactly the kind of stuff that I've been talking about, to the LP and to you guys and all sorts of shit. We have to get out there and show people the way. If we just sit here and talk about it, they're never going to fucking believe it. It's kind of disparaging even to see the people in the liberty movement, not all of them are ready to get up and do something. Some of them are still at that phase where they'd prefer to stay online and talk. And it's just, well, yeah, violence is used to subjugate us in every form and fashion. Like, every type of violence you can think of is used to subjugate us at this point. And, it's ridiculous. But we have militias out there, we have individuals, we have organizations that have formed specifically out of, like, philanthropy. Like, these people are not looking to get rich. Trust me, it's not a good road to take if you want to get rich. It's a slow, hard climb, and it is definitely fucking worth it. Every time you get to look back on what you've done and how you've helped people, it strengthens you to move forward. Anytime somebody, like, people see what you've done, I guarantee you there's at least going to be one person who either steps up to help you or starts their own thing. It's not as hopeless as it looks. There's so many of us out there, and they won't show us. They will not show us the good in us. They will only show us the bad. Like, it is very rare that I see good news on anything other than local stations, and even then it's not that fucking rare. I mean, it's not that fucking often. It's it's like they want to hide the good so that all we see is bad. It's like those days when I was like, everything's so fucking gray and dismal, you know, uh, you just want to, like, oh, I'm not gonna say that. Somebody will fucking red flag me. Never mind. Let me think about how to put this. I'm like, oh, wait. Thankfully, we don't have those here. So, like, the last person who threatened to do that to me just got me to fucking laugh in their face. But to be honest, like, it seems like bleak and colorless, but it's not. Like, every day I am meeting somebody new that is tired and wants to do something. Every day at least every other day, I'm meeting somebody who wasn't quite as informed as they could be, and having a conversation with them. And when I walk away from them, they go and they fucking research things. They learn things. Most of the time they come back, and like, we continue on the conversations and stuff. And honestly, we just have to keep talking, we have to keep trying, we have to keep pushing forward. This moment where they are pushing the hardest against us, it's because they're desperate. It's because they are afraid of what will come after this. Everyone is unhappy with them. If we discover somehow, in the middle of all this insanity, that we are all on the same fucking side and we are all pissed off at them, they're done. There is no, like, there's no way they could fucking stand up to the American people. And I mean, yeah, it's frustrating because you get left wingers who are like, well, it's only one side of the government that's bad. Um, and right wingers that do the same thing. It's like they're looking at the world through only one eye at this point. But they're close. They're almost there. They're getting there. Just because they're stuck in that rut doesn't mean we can't help push them out of it, you know? Like a car stuck in the mud, if the neighborhood gets together, we can get it out, you know? They mean well. They just, most people are not crazy. Most people are just scared and they're ill informed. And when we're ill informed, they can take advantage of us. I was talking about that last night. Um, when you're ill informed, people can tell you anything, and there's no way for you to be able to contest it. Um, it's not exactly the best way to be. I don't know exactly what that's like. It's been a very long time since I was like that. But I do remember that, it was incredibly unpleasant. I was always upset. I was always turned in the wrong direction. So, we have these charities, we have fucking, like I said, we have charities, we have organizations, we have liberty groups, we have militias, we have the Black Lives Matter movement. Not the fucking organization, kind of fuck those guys, but like the movement even here is like they don't want it doesn't seem like they want more government. They want more community. They want more power over the government. They want them to be accountable. They are beginning to lose trust in the parties and the party system, which is good. This is hope. This is hopeful. Standing out there on those steps, watching them talk during all of this, like it filled me, with expectations that we could do something. And I don't know, I don't believe that we can change anything within the system at this point. But I do believe that the time is coming soon when we will all be able to tear it down. And I mean, like, that doesn't necessarily mean physically, by the way. There are all sorts of ways. I mean, like, fuck, I'm an agorist. I love my counter economics and shit like that. We'll all find our ways. And together, we'll come together like many strands of a rope and pull that motherfucker down or maybe hang him. And in Minecraft, calm down, y'all. But like, I mean, it's just as if impossible to look out there and see the dumpster fire. I feel that it's impossible to look out there and not see all of these people shining like beacons in the night. They draw people to them. They bring people to their own liberty. They make people question. They they get people moving with their hands, doing something to help people. And when you get out there helping people like you do, you gain a perspective, and it changes everything. And I don't give a shit what side of the politics you're on. I really don't. I mean, I kind of get a little bitter about the statism, not gonna fucking lie, but honestly, I don't care what your belief is. I'll fucking talk to you. I'll work with you. Um, we can't stay in our own corners, you know. I keep telling people that. I keep getting people to repeat it back to me, but I don't think it's 100% in their fucking heads. And groups like the libertarians and groups like the Boogaloo and everything of that nature, um, they're the ones who go between. We have got to keep doing that. We have got to be there. We have got to show people, despite what they're showing us what they're showing them on the media, despite what they're saying about us, you know, people can, like once you come face to face with people and you get a chance to talk to them, everything fucking changes. Forget the fucking internet, forget the Twitter, forget the fucking Facebook and all the bullshit that gets said out there, all the fucking trolling, all the fucking hate. Forget it, because nobody talks like that or acts that way in front of people. They like I have rarely seen that. I mean, sure you got Karens and stuff, and fuck those bitches, but they come in all fucking shapes and sizes. So like, I don't think anybody really, really appreciates Karens for the most part, except for Karens. So whatever. Um, but typically people are way different face to face. They're easier to talk to. What we need to do is get offline, jack out, when this episode is over or later on today. It's a little early to go talking to people. You might piss somebody off. But seriously, find a moment in your day every fucking day to have a conversation with somebody. And you don't got to be, like shoving your ideas down their throat. Please don't start with you're wrong because this. Um, if you go in aggressively with people, they will immediately become defensive. Like that's a natural reaction, you know? And the door closes and nothing happens. Find out what they are worried about. Find out what they're concerned about. Find out what they need and start there. Because we each have our own language. You know, kind of like cats, we all come from a different place. We make our own fucking languages. You can't get a message across speaking your own language to somebody. You need to speak theirs. And I really think that just taking that slight amount of effort every fucking day to talk to at least one fucking person, that could change a lot. I know that some of you guys are embarrassed and or shy or whatever, and if you need some help, I suggest checking out Charisma on Command. That show is fucking amazing, and like while I don't necessarily need it all the time, I still learn things watching that dude, and I am consistently giving links from that dude to people who have social anxiety or issues talking with each other or just shy or just don't have any experience with the art of conversation and how to interact with people. That's Charisma on Command. There are a bunch of other ones. And honestly, if you guys have any suggestions for those, please put them in the comments below. I'll add them to my repertoire. I mean, I've got a little bit of list myself, but it's kind of early in the morning, and the only thing I can remember is the major one. So we're gonna go with Charisma on Command today. But like seriously, we have a lot of people out there who want to speak to people, but they're starting on the wrong foot. And it just it goes a long way to give a little bit and to start from a place of trying to understand. Ask a lot of questions. Don't don't be rude about it. Don't be a fucking asshole when you're asking questions. Don't get that fucking Karen tone like you want to talk to their fucking manager if they answer wrong or anything like that. But ask a lot of questions. Find out what's going on. Use your fucking senses, use your big boy words and your big girl words, and get out there. And to be honest, in your area right now, there are at least, I mean, there's at least something going on, and you can get involved with that. Go out there and show people that people are willing to do stuff without the government. We need to fucking do that. If there isn't something going on in your area, you got to start something. And if you don't know how to start something, reach out to us. We'll try and fucking help. I mean, I'm not an expert. I've been doing this for a while, but like I'm definitely not an expert. I stumbled through a lot of shit, but I mean like hell, when you can't see and you can't fucking stand, crawl the fuck forward in the dark until you figure it out. I'm okay with groping blindly with you until we find something that fucking works. Let's do it. But don't let them run you. Don't let them wear you down. Those days are fucking awful. Trust me. I've had a couple of them this past week, and that's not how we want to live. It's not how we want to be. We can't let them fucking win on the streets. We can't let them win in politics. We can't let them win in our souls and our hearts. We certainly can't let them win in our minds, which is one of the things that we are all battling for as we speak. That being said, tonight we're going to blow the roof off a bit more information about the Kentucky Fall Guy story with the hemp, where they robbed a dude of like hundreds of millions of hundreds of millions of pounds of freaking hemp, and we're gonna recap that. That's a story that the MLTP has been following since like late last year, and speaking of hopeless situations and people still fucking fighting, that guy Keith, he is. I mean, he has his bad days. It gets fucking heavy, but that motherfucker is still pushing. He's not gonna fucking stop, and the rest of us can't either. Dude, they have fucking tried to kill him, and he's not fucking stopping. So let's get. I hope you guys are there tonight to talk about that with Mr. Pink. It's been a really long time since we've had him around because everything got a little crazy and schedules didn't work out. But we can we can do this, y'all. I'm gonna be here for our morning shows, and we got stuff coming up this week. Aside from the KY thing, aside from the KY thing, we also have Monday. We have our regular Monday show, and I've got some things lining up for the next week in the evening. I'm not really exactly sure which ones are going to pan out yet, but you'll know as soon as I do. If you guys want to help us get out there and make some light in the darkness, get into our subscribe star or with your filthy white market money, or give us like a donation to crypto. And, like we've already met our goals for our bills. We will put every bit of that into making our reach further and making and like we'll dump it into things that are like good causes, liberty causes, um helping people in the liberty movement just a little bit at a time. Somebody needs gas to get to their fucking volunteer job. Fuck it, we'll just fucking give them some gas or something. It's simple little things that help people go on every day. um One day we'll be able to do more, but right now that's about what we can do. You guys could help us do that. On the other hand, if you guys think I'm overly naive, if you guys think that I'm a fucking moron, or if you guys wholeheartedly agree with me and you have your own stories of catching the light in the darkness, please get down into our comments and leave your stories there, or better yet, come into the Discord or the MeWe group or our matrix and talk to us about it. Hey, who knows? If it's your light in the darkness, maybe we can help you make it brighter. Until then, you guys do not sacrifice your freedom for safety. Live as free as you can, and live as free as you can or die trying. Also, Deco's super fucking late. You guys, we'll catch you next time. This episode of Mad Coffee Breaks
Oh,
is fucking adjourned.
I love you all.